What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Loose Cannons with our favorite guest, Charles Caudillo. And as always, Dylan.
Hilton.
George.
And today's going to be a Loose Cannon podcast on Puff Drink Talk.
Puff Drink Talk and Loose Cannons.
No filters.
No filter. Well,
filters.
you know, there's gonna be guardrails.
Yeah,
no filters.
Okay.
Who can pull up like George? You can pull up like Chat GPT and say, hey, pick up subject for us to talk about.
Yeah. Do a spinning wheel. Give us a hot topic.
The second time we've done a crossover podcast episode
Spicy.
with another podcast that doesn't have a channel yet.
Yeah.
So we just got to get you a channel,
Okay.
and then we're up and running.
All right. So how do I select a channel? What do I got to do?
That's easy. Just create an account, like Google account on
Use
YouTube.
an email, create an account.
I have a Gmail account. What do you mean?
So
That's
we'll
it.
do that. Create a channel.
Create
we'll
a
call
channel.
it Loose Cannons with Charles.
Nah, don't put it with me. I mean, I'll be here. I'll be the one. Charles is boring.
Loose Cannons.
Yeah, you got to have somebody like Clem
Just leave it.
Fandango or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can see. Like, hi, my name is Clem Fandango. Right?
Van Lingo?
No, Clem.
Clem Lingo?
No, Fandango.
Oh, Fandango.
Yeah, Clem.
Okay.
Fandango.
Okay.
Right.
I'll be
People will get the
Clifford.
reference.
Clifford Lepew.
I thought Redford for some reason. Clifford Redford.
Clifford Redford.
The third.
The third is nice.
I know. Well, hey, he's
Generations.
fancy. He's bougie. He's fancy.
Yeah.
He's got money.
I'm from a long line of Cliffords.
All right, Cliff.
Clifford the Fourth.
Oh, I don't know. That's coming. That's coming down the pipeline, so to speak. Yeah.
I got a decision to make.
Yeah, I know. And a deposit to make, too.
Do you continue it or?
Yes. Okay. So what's your name?
My name? I have no idea. Speedy Gonzalez.
What was the question? Sorry, it was.
All right. So
We're
maybe
coming up with aliases
Yeah.
for Loose Cannons.
Yeah. Smokey the.
I'm smoking like a pipe. I had like a gigantic hole in that.
Which I kind of
So
call you
like
Smokey
blowing
George.
through my face.
How's that? Smokey George?
He's Smokey, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're calling
I
him
know.
Smokey.
Hmm?
Yeah, Smokey. We can't call him Smokey the Bear. Right? That's taken.
You can call like the men 8 inches.
Oh,
It's like a profile on like some sort of dating website.
I don't know, dude. That's wild. So, I don't even know where to go with that, except, you know, you guys sitting with your cigars, you're 8 inches and puffing away and having a good time.
Yeah, it's about 8 inches cigar.
Is it?
right?
What's your favorite color? Yellow.
I don't know. We never got to yellow.
Where's Tony when you need her? I know. Well, I don't even remember all of that, man. We were looking up so much stuff on her phone, and
I
can't
have
wait
a
to-
hard time during that event to remember things.
Yeah, that one. I mean, because the whole topic was she's Medicare, right?
Mhm.
And so we're talking. All she's talking about is like how much sex is happening at nursing homes, right? And then there's apparently some code that they go by, color code, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we were going through
That's
that.
what it was missing.
Yeah,
You were talking about like, okay, I'm just gonna wait.
Oh, you need the context.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
George,
yeah.
sorry.
No, it's
sorry.
fine. It's fine.
You know, Hilton and I network a lot together. So anyway, and there's
yeah.
always the after-hour stories, and this was one of them. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, is that your color code? Okay, all right. So yellow means
What's orange?
I don't know, dude. We have to look it up. Well, we got to do Chat GPT and look up
GPT.
is it GPT?
Yeah,
I always
yeah,
get it
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Sending
Yeah.
subliminal messages this whole time, not
Or just,
knowing.
I know.
invoking.
I always
Or
have
just
orange
invoking
on
it.
my
It's over
desk.
there.
3 times, right?
Yeah, 50% off. I like it. All right, that's a savings right there. All right, so what's the topic, George? What are we talking about?
Man, just let me start telling you, asking you first. Later, I'll tell my story. What is the most impressive thing you see that the algorithm or AI, whatever you prefer to call, what is the most impressive thing you've seen so far? Like, that's spooky. That's like, wow. It's in my life now. I can't deny it. I can't, it goes so far off that I would never believe that we would be controlled that way. Or people would know about us or be able to do it. Something that...
I don't know, because I know so much about programming and software development, because that's what I did for a long time. So I know that it's not impossible to see everything that I see these days.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of capturing, saving the information and researching and having a database, to pull it together. So
yeah.
I know that it's a little bit more advanced than what I used to do, but
I just need a question I can answer.
Is it too long?
It's an 8-inch question. Written in small print.
Yeah, well, basically is that what kind of a
7.
Can you give me a 1-inch question?
Yeah, what kind of technology or the AI usage that you see? No.
Oh, just kidding.
No, seriously, that you see that.
the answer is 7.
This really impresses me because this weekend I had a situation like that, and it was like, really, is it affecting me that bad? So I went to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting in just like. Tamires always buys this 4DX, so it's just not too many seats. I think 15 rows. I think,
Okay.
So I go in the third one, and then it was too close, right? Like, I would basically have the,
neck ache.
Something, neck ache or something. So I went. I started. I didn't have my phone. Tamires has her phone in airplane mode, so I was just talking to her, but I couldn't actually. Nothing would capture what was saying. So I tried like 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Went back. We didn't talk anything. The first thing I opened my cell phone. I opened my phone. 3 or 4 advertisements or comments or profile. Here is the best place to sit in the movies.
Yeah.
But you understand, like. I always understand, okay, my cell phone is open, or, there's internet, the IP is connecting us, like, close together, but my phone was home.
Yeah.
Her phone was off. The moment I turned it on, it's 3 or 4 people commenting on that, like, different ads or whatever on that.
Did you have your watch on you?
I didn't.
You didn't?
Didn't.
Mm.
It might be her phone capturing, by in a distance.
Yeah.
But over 5 hours, that was an interaction of 2 minutes, a minute, and that was enough for the algorithm to capture.
It's always listening. Always listening.
Yeah, the devices are always listening to us. So
Yeah. See, now my phone is looking up AI right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. It's not.
But I'm just saying that. Okay, so I know the topic is, it's over the top, but everything, but.
Yeah.
That shocked me. That shocked me by how fast it worked.
It's working. I was talking to somebody who deals in AI, and they were talking about this. Was it in one of our networking groups where he stood up and he said, basically, whenever you talk about something, the next thing you know, your phone reflects that and is showing you ads for that. That's his business. That's what he does. He's responsible for that. So it's kind of spooky. In a while, we can utilize it to our advantage because we want to get our stuff in front of people as often as possible. But at the same time, I also hate the fact that everything's listening to me all the time too. So I can't even talk about a product or service or anything without it showing up on my phone or my Amazon search or something like that. I would like some privacy. That would be nice. But the only way we're going to escape that is by not having a device on us or near us. Because I've got Alexas in my house that are listening all the time, and I know this because even when I'm watching TV, all of a sudden my Alexa will just kick on, make that noise, and I'll be like, oh shit, it thinks somebody said Alexa. Yeah, we didn't, but then again, it just means she's activated, she's listening all the frickin' time. So yeah.
Well, hold on that. Let me do something.
You do it.
Look at this.
You do you.
Alexa, sign up to. Hold on, I'm gonna do it again. Alexa, subscribe on YouTube to Puff Drink Talk. So
Wait a minute.
when somebody, when somebody's,
Hey Siri. No, I'm kidding. Shh. Hold on.
I just wanted to report that because that one,
Siri came on.
Yeah, I know she did. She was listening.
yeah,
Subscribe to Puff Drink Talk.
already did.
Yeah.
Before you asked,
Yeah.
you see, I knew you would ask that. You're so predictable. I knew you would
What
say
was that? That movie that came out with the guy that bought the what's the actor's name from the acapella movies? You remember these? They're movies with. Man, I'm losing it. I'm getting old. Something's happening. I need another beer.
You need
That's
you need
why
the
the
patch.
DVD is there for you.
I need the patch.
That's beer there.
Yeah, the acapella movies. There's like 3 of them out there. There has the character Fat Amy in it. She's the Rebel Wilson.
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yes. What's the name of the guy that's in
3
that?
points to Team Dylan. What?
The actor's name. The guy that's in the competing acapella group. The lead guy. He's the actor.
The name of the actor?
Yeah. See, I'm just I'm drawing it back to. He made a movie not too long ago where his phone and he enter into a relationship.
Yeah. It's Anna something, right? That's the one you're talking about. Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick. Yeah.
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, she was in that movie too with Pitch Perfect, but I'm talking about the male lead.
Oh, okay.
He's right there on the right. It's Adam Devine. Adam Devine. He's also in the Gemstones, which is really kind of a cool thing. But anyway, yeah, he's in a movie with and he actually has a relationship. His phone, and if you can find that movie, that's kind of weird. It's kind of freaky.
Look
with
at
his
it.
phone. Yeah, there you go. All get off of images. Special relationship. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Has anybody seen that movie?
I don't know.
I can't say I have.
Yeah, that's it right
Jaxie.
there. She had him at hello. Guess that?
Yeah,
Circle
yeah.
back, doesn't it? Circles
Oh,
back.
I got it. Okay. I really enjoy
I'm always
the whole
listening.
process for that, you know? Yeah.
I was curious where we were going
Yeah.
with it. It's full circle moment.
Well, look, I don't expect us to finish any conversation. I expect that we start lots of conversations, and most of them won't have a closure. So
Okay.
if someone is here to get for closure, closing, no, that's not the podcast for that.
Podcast is not called closure.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Should be called open ends.
Yeah.
Open ends.
That could have
But that
double
one-
meaning too. So
That one, it came to a full circle.
yeah.
Okay,
Maximum.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
we're gonna do a beat on the cigar review.
Are we?
Yeah, we gotta do the cigar review.
Okay, I know you do. I know. That was fun. There's like going into like a book of adjectives. You know,
Adjectives.
like food adjectives. I taste sappy, woody, you know, nutty, chocolatey, spicy.
Salty, nutty.
Yeah.
Smells a little
Like old gym socks.
Yeah. Almost smells like chlorine.
Who did the wheel of subjects?
Well, he was supposed to look it up on his ChatGPT.
Put it on the screen.
GTP.
Put on the
Put it on the screen. There you go.
That's much better.
Yeah. Okay. Find us a hot topic.
But throw something weird, you know, like weedy, but idiotic.
Say, like, what are the colors for nursing home sexcapades?
According to
what do you call it? The magazine, Good Housekeeping.
Exactly. It's got to be like that, you know.
All right. So what do we got there? We got missed connections and alien abductions. Holy shit. Okay. Then cheese crimes. Time Travelers Anonymous. Holy moly.
a true crime style podcast, but only about ridiculous crimes involving cheese.
That's like, I think that's pizza.
Are you guys signed in? Are you guys signed in?
No.
Oh, it's not signed in. Yeah, because
Not
that's the
signed
thing.
in.
Because it's signed in,
Don't
they
sign
know
it,
everything about you. They know everything about you.
Oh,
They-
because they're always listening.
They will no, because the GPT connects it.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
ideas that you
Yeah.
post, everything that you say
Yeah.
about yourself,
Yeah.
and then it kind of
Yeah,
directs
but
you.
the first one
drives
is
you to that.
I'm signing into
aliens,
mine.
and so
Exactly,
they
know it.
have the
Yeah.
the cameras pointing on to that alien sign over there,
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
over
That
here on
probably-
that side.
You know what? Which movie is that?
Stay weird. Which one?
No,
Aliens?
that somebody tell the whole story based on everything that is in the back of the policeman.
The back of the police.
Yeah, Kaiser Sosa.
Oh yeah, that's the usual suspects.
The usual suspects.
Yeah, that's a
right?
great
same
one, by
thing.
the way.
It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
same thing, you know.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
it's telling the story. All
That's
the
right.
topics probably are from there.
Yeah.
From the picture in the back, you know.
True that. No, that's good.
And do you know why? Do you know
Yeah.
how I know
No,
that?
I don't know.
I took a picture of this cigar just to know a little bit more,
Yeah.
and then look at the last comment. Fun detail.
Oh,
The
it's fine.
ash end of your cigar reveals a hidden pen tip. So this is like a novelty pen made to look like a cigar. Haha. Haha. Not a real cigar being smoked. These are fun collector's items or desk toys that resemble boutique cigars. Ha. Again, haha. But are actually writing instruments. Yeah, you don't fool me.
Oh, the number 19
Wow.
is
That's
kind of interesting.
nuts.
I'm telling you,
That's
man. I'm
nuts.
telling you.
Holy smoke, George. What did you say?
Number
Joe?
19.
Number 19 says wood records. No, wait.
World records. No one
world-
should try to
You
beat.
need new lenses.
I do. I need new lenses.
I know.
Art glasses.
Glasses
Either
is-
one. Yeah. World records.
No one
No
should
one-
try to beat.
Okay. All right. Let's start. What's a world record no one should try to beat? Is that like the maximum number of hours on sitting on a toilet?
Something like that. Or
Yeah. Okay. I think
You know,
nobody
Man,
should try to beat
there's
that.
so many.
Yeah.
I don't know if we are
eating
allowed.
eating
to say-
poop.
Oh Jesus!
I know. I just said. I
Yeah,
don't
it's like-
want to talk about it.
You said
This
human
guy-
or human or animal? Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
wanna know.
badass.
Let me.
Just immediately 5th grade.
Yeah. Oh man.
All
I
you
don't know how
need is an
the eating
excuse.
poop. That's the first one.
All you need is an excuse, right?
We
To
didn't
regress,
even warm
to regret.
ourselves up.
No,
We just
no,
I
got
did not say poop. I said
just-
sitting on a toilet. This
He
man,
jumps into eating poop.
Kaiser Sosa over here. Sosa said,
You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
You should
Come
not.
on.
You should not try to beat
Kobayashi.
their record.
All right, we need one of those qualifiers. It's like, please do not try this at home. Do not listen to these idiots. We do not know what we're talking about. All right. So the maximum number of cigars you can smoke in a row. You shouldn't do that.
That is bad. Yeah,
Wouldn't it be bad?
that
I
would
mean,
be bad. It would
Yeah.
dry out your
Anything in
mouth.
excess, man, basically, you know.
How many cars can you clear when they're driving at you at 60 miles an hour and you jump over them? You should not do that either.
But some people do that though.
I know they do that. I think it's moronic, but hey, that's me.
We should stay away from the life extinction.
Yeah, but that is a record that exists, right?
No, I think it would be. How many cars could you jump over?
I'm sure there is a record on that because
I don't know.
I saw a show once.
So-
The guy.
Me personally, less than one.
Really?
there should be a book called Unguinness. You know,
Oh,
Unguinness.
Yeah, I like it. I actually like that idea.
It's a book idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Unguinness that. Something like, you know.
Table books,
Mm-hmm.
coffee table books. Dylan,
Right.
Do you have a refill somewhere?
I do. What about flying the most amount of kites during a lightning storm?
Flying the most number of kites? You mean with keys on them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm just saying. Or standing out there with a lightning rod in your hands, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Or let's
How
see.
many teeth you can break in a hailstorm? Just go out there.
Are you just looking at the sky smiling or what? What?
That's a good record not
Is
to
it?
try and beat.
Yeah, I would.
And how long can you stay under like a storm, like hailstorm?
Oh, you mean out there in the storm?
Being
Do you mean
outside.
baseball size, or like
Until the first one hits you.
yeah, I know.
That's it. You be done.
Yeah, exactly.
And hope it doesn't hit you in the head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a baseball one. Big one.
Yeah.
So that one you should not try to be.
No, because I mean, it's like, you have a pitcher. The pitchers are throwing 100 plus, right? And these hail. I mean, we're talking about balls of ice, and they're coming down up twice as fast.
Even the tiny ones, they will hurt.
I don't know. Am I wrong? But it's about a pound if it's condensed, big as a baseball,
Oh,
right?
at least.
Maybe less. I don't know because of the amount of water we must have in there.
Fine. Still hurts.
There was
yeah.
there was a big block of hail that dropped on the concrete on the driveway in my house. It broke the concrete.
Well, there you go. See right there. Right there.
I know friends whose head are really, really hard. So I don't know if it would break their heads, but
We're talking about mules here. Okay. All right. Do we have any more for that, or do you want to move on to another topic? Accidental. What does that say? Accidental.
did you
time
add
capsule?
losing canon topics?
Loose cannon
Loose
topics.
yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. Loose cannon topics. We can
Oh, there
talk
was
about anything. Celebrity drives and baby doubles. What?
Dream that predicted absolutely nothing.
That's every night. Every night I sleep. My dreams do not predict anything.
Give an example.
They don't predict anything. How can I give an example of something that doesn't exist?
Well, you dream something, and
example
then
of a dream.
you say, it's going to be a prediction, and you waited for the whole day and nothing happened.
No.
5 days ago, I was in Manhattan.
Was that a dream?
Yeah, it was a dream. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a dream, and then it was a couple
It's
friends,
the first sentence
my wife
of his
and I.
new novel.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, we start seeing buildings falling down, and ours wasn't. And I was like, that's why I bought this one. But it was like in flame all around. Like I couldn't touch anything. So only our building resisted to whatever it was happening in New York.
Holy shit. Well, no more Thai or Mexican food for you before bedtime.
That was exactly.
Wow, what the hell?
He had curry.
Yeah, I know he must.
He had Indian food.
I think it was more. It was
Spices
more
up
like
your
a
dreams.
Middle East food.
Mediterranean, yeah. You can still do curry. Get a little yellow curry in you.
Are you trying to? Was it Persian? Persian cuisine?
Yeah, I like it. You might be.
Does it do that to you? Is that why? Does
Never.
Persian cuisine make you dream funny?
Yeah, he's just in the innuendos and all the subliminal.
Look at
looks
Dylan's
and-
face.
Yeah, subliminal messages and looks.
I know. I'm like, what's going on over there, Dylan? Come on.
Just saying. Yeah.
Who would win in a fight, a Roomba or a squirrel?
Oh shit, squirrel. Yeah,
Think?
yeah. I'd bet on a squirrel.
How would it break the Roomba down?
Well, the minute that the Roomba ran over the squirrel's tail, the squirrel would freak out you'd be like, blah, 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 and it would just turn that Roomba right over. Yeah, that's how I see it.
Yeah, because it would stop working. But the squirrel would be stuck in it.
Well, that's okay.
So the Roomba would have captured and ended the fight.
That's a really big squirrel. Then it just takes the Roomba up the tree.
Roomba's biggest mistake, it has no thumbs.
Is that the biggest mistake?
What's it gonna do?
It can't make a fist? What are you saying? It can't grab things.
A
Not
Roomba,
conventionally.
a Roomba cannot make a fist.
Good luck.
All right. Well, here's to you, Roomba. I can grab my beer. So, sorry. Okay. So, what's next? I need a dartboard. Dumpster driving for what? Life advice?
Yeah.
Dumpster diving for life advice? What does that mean? I mean, that's
There we
like
go.
us. Red flags.
You should definitely ignore.
Okay.
That's in the same family as
Ooh.
records you shouldn't try to beat.
Red flags you should ignore or should not?
You should definitely ignore.
Oh, damn. Is that when he forgets your birthday?
Are you in love?
Are
It
you?
all depends on the condition. I'm always in love, my friend. I'm always
That's a red
in
flag
love.
right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, so we should not ignore that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's take a deeper dive, George. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, but that one is it should ignore.
Yeah, well, we can't ignore George.
So red flag, and then you go like, okay, I need to ignore that red flag.
Well, we do it all the time. Every young person in a relationship
But we
ignores the red flags.
Well, yeah, but we shouldn't,
But we do.
but we do. This one is like that we
Should.
Right.
Okay. So what are the examples?
What is a red flag in
Yeah,
this
exactly.
case?
I think that's the question
What is the
here.
context?
Red flag is like
Let's ask. Give us a red flag.
Well, red flag is jealousy,
Explain.
right?
GPT.
Insecurity,
Explain number 13.
control
it
are
can be.
all red flags, right?
Behaviors are normally
Certain
red flags.
behaviors,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So if you have somebody that's controlling, somebody who's insecure, somebody who's jealous, somebody
Who speeds up? That's a big red flag.
Well, yeah, he's kind of yeah. Somebody who treats people like waiters. They always say, how do they treat the servers?
Passive
Right.
aggressiveness.
Oh, passive aggressive. That's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Gaslighting,
Gaslighting. Definitely.
lying, right? All of that. All
Everyone
red
has
flags.
their own red flags, though. So it could be like
I think these are pretty universal.
those
Yeah.
are universal, but you could get specific. Like George, I don't drink, so red flag. Like I really am attracted to this girl. I'd love to marry her, but she drinks, and
Too
that
much.
is she would never consider not keeping beer in the fridge. So for me, that's a red flag. That's just not going to be able to
All right.
work out.
Okay, so is that a boundary or is that a red flag?
OCD you're talking about then. That's a red flag.
It depends how you're looking at it, because to me, a red flag is just like when the reason it's called a red flag is it's just like it's something that sticks out and that's noticeable. So it could be a boundary, like you have a boundary, but when you're in the dating world, like a red flag, any girl, it'd be a red flag that they're drinking if you have a problem
I think
with
it
that.
falls to the overall category of control, right? So, like, if you're saying that your partner won't let you do something, or they do something that doesn't work for you, then and they break the boundary that you set. Like, everybody wants to be autonomous in their relationship, but you can't be because they're so codependent. Another red flag, by the way.
Okay.
Then, so then how do you handle that, right? You can ignore the red flag thinking it's going to get better. It doesn't ever. It just gets worse over time until you finally can't take it anymore. Then you grow resentment towards that person, and then you can't stand to be around that person because of that resentment of that red flag that you ignored at the very beginning.
Okay, so let's say a guy is
Do you have
single.
experience with that, or are you just like a therapist on the side?
I read it off of Chat GDP.
Yeah.
DDP. So let's say the guy is single, and then
right.
there is a
George,
girl.
we can call him George.
No, I'm
Well, George's not single.
so married. man.
George loves everybody. We know.
I'm so married.
He's in
man.
love all the time.
Okay, so the guy's single, right?
Okay,
And I don't know, he's on the street, and then there is
They sound like
he
song
sees
lyrics.
he sees a woman,
He's single,
but and the
he's on
woman
the
is kind of
streets.
hot,
Ooh.
but she's also kind of crazy. She's fighting. She's fighting
Oh,
like
she's spicy.
she's
Feisty.
she's feisty, and then she's fighting with all the girls and all the men around her. She's like shouting the hell out of it.
You're talking about projection.
And then you should ignore when she comes and asks for help from you, knowing that she behaves that way with the people she's around.
Yeah.
So should you, because that should, definitely ignore. And then you ignore, and then you take her and say, hey, let's get out of here.
No.
Is that a no
So
for you?
should you ignore that, or you shouldn't?
No. I would not. I wouldn't want to ignore that. No.
So you do not ignore. So that's the one that you definitely would ignore, because she has a red flag,
Yeah.
and then you ignore that red flag because you're
Yeah.
taking the hot girl. You might have a
but
night
that's what
stand.
I'm saying. It all depends on
So
the
I put a
context.
scenario here,
Yeah.
to have a night stand. The guy's single,
Yeah.
so no
no,
strings attached.
Right. Well, I mean, you can ignore the red flag, just like you talked about. Yeah, because you could spend the night with a hot chick, right? A little crazy, probably pretty good in the sack. Right?
Reward.
Yeah, the reward.
Reward.
Risk
Here,
versus reward. Yeah.
Red flags this small. This,
But,
this
but
tiny.
it's not a relationship that's going to work. But hey, make hay while the
She
sun shines.
just hasn't met the right guy.
Oh, no.
Hey, and now
She
you,
needs a real alpha dog coming in that's like, hey,
Oh, please.
calm that shit down. That shit doesn't fly over here. And she's like,
See,
okay,
we're getting-
okay.
Alpha
All
wolf.
right, now we discovered why DV exists. I see.
I'll say, okay, so I found one then.
Like,
So
yeah,
we
it
should
really is,
ignore.
You should
like
you should
hanging
not
out.
ignore.
No,
There's no red flags you should ignore.
no. That's she has a red flag. You ignore the red flag and take the girl.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
What?
for that little reward.
That's what
You
the
got it.
question is. Red flags you should ignore.
Okay, you.
So and
you're
then
right.
I found
all
a scenario that you should.
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay, I found one.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
1
job.
point for
it all
team
depends on
Team
my
Hilton.
goals.
Well, you can't be Hilton.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got
You
one.
got to be. What was his?
He didn't come
his
up with
pseudonym.
one. He said,
I
no.
came up. I came
Gonzalez.
up with a red
Speedy
flag.
Speedy
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Oh no,
Speedy
he's slow.
Gonzalez.
Speedy Gonzalez. Yeah.
He's the slowest mouse in all
already-
of Mexico.
I already forgot my nickname or my avatar.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Man, it all depends on what my goals are.
Andale,
Yeah.
arriba. Huh?
I mean, I don't know if I can do that.
I think you are.
Culture appropriation.
I am Slowpoke Rodriguez. I am the slowest mouse in all of Mexico.
I know exactly
Look at the
episode
item.
you're talking about.
Hey, look at the item number 9.
With my cat.
Conversation
No.
with my cat.
She's
She's
a
a Republican
Republican
now.
I can't say what I want to say. Okay, all right. No, we can't do that.
Yeah, but it's too political.
I would call my cat so many names. All right. All right. So what do we got? Interviewing.
My cat would vote for Bernie Sanders. She's a
Oh, she's a Bernie.
extreme socialist.
Your cat feels the burn. I
Oh,
get
yeah.
I get you. I feel you. Who would win a fight? You already did that one. Yeah. What's number 2? Somebody read that to me.
Ranking famous last words.
Ooh, famous last words. Give me liberty, give me death.
Rosebud.
Oh, Rosebud. That's a good one. Yeah, that's true. All right. Yeah. Who else had last?
Freedom!
Oh, yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. It's what's his face? Mel Gibson in Braveheart.
Man, yeah.
No, that
This,
wasn't last words. Never
this
mind.
moment was my Slam Dog Millionaire.
Oh yeah.
Why? Because the guy only got the answers right because he suffered a bunch in his life. He
That's
only
right.
answered, that's the only thing he knew.
Right.
And then the 8 questions he was asked was about his life.
That's right.
Now,
Uh-huh.
you talk about the sounds, that's exactly my Islam Dog Millionaire minutes.
Oh, very cool.
cool.
All right, good. I like how you bring that home, George. That's good. All right,
Okay,
that's
number
right.
16.
is horrible business ideas. We're definitely picking. Oh, wait.
Pitching.
Pitching to
a-
investors.
Okay, horrible business ideas. Oh man, we got to have a lot of these. We come up with this shit all the time.
We come across this
Okay,
shit
I have one.
every single week.
I have one.
Right.
Theranos. That was the worst pitch ever. So to investors. Theranos.
Oh,
yeah.
Theranos.
Theranos. Yes.
I'm sorry, George. I'm
no,
you
no,
know,
it's all
I'm
right.
figuring it out.
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
learning the lingo. I get
It's
you.
all right.
The accent. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's me, man. It's me. I got the Texas accent. I got it. Theranos. Yeah, that was. I mean, I think the concept was a good idea. I really do. I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
concept was a good idea. The execution,
Not that much, right?
sucked. No.
We are talking about millions.
Oh,
She was
she's-
worth
she-
billions.
Yeah, I know. She's a little psycho dude too.
Oh
on
my
top of that.
goodness. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You guys know the story?
That's a
Theranos?
red flag. That's a red flag.
That-
Her look.
Oh,
her
crazy,
her
crazy
voice
eyes.
changed, her voice changed.
Yeah, crazy. Oh, she
If
did that.
That's
She,
not
she,
a red flag.
she was speaking like
Yeah,
him, like
yeah,
Hilton
just
talks about. I
somebody
mean, it was
ignored
crazy.
it.
Oh, a lot of people. The investor, the main guy, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, he.
It was it. Oracle's owner invested
Yeah.
in that.
That's right.
So many people got money involved in that. You're talking about billions.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
biggest scam.
Yeah.
This week I read one also about I don't know, New Balance. I think the players used to have it like like it's gonna recover 3 times faster, and then someone in Australia starts saying, "Hey, can I see the studies?" And then the company was worth it like I don't know $1 billion, and then all of a sudden it disappeared.
Okay.
I think people want to believe. I think those.
Is that like a
Those
new
products-
product, or that's a breakdown of an
No,
old product?
it was like I think LeBron was just coming. It wasn't in the mid 2000s.
Yeah, do y'all remember? It might be the same thing then. It was those bracelets.
Yes,
I remember
exactly.
the
Rubber
bracelet.
bracelets, and they would
Yeah.
have like little metal circles on both
Yeah,
ends.
they would
Like
hit-
magnets?
yeah, they
Every
would-
famous
yeah,
people
I know the
were
magnets.
wearing
Yeah,
those.
Yeah,
But
Kobe
then they'd be like,
Bryant.
okay, try to balance, and you're not very good. Now
Cristiano
put it
Ronaldo.
on. Now you're better at balancing.
Exactly.
It was a placebo thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I
But
think
people
that's
endorsed
somewhat
it.
reminds me of like muscle testing and such. But you want to know a bad idea? I think it's called the patch. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, Gene.
No, I just kidding. I just had to throw that out there.
It might be a bad idea. Well, it is.
No, it's not. It's not a bad idea.
If
I'm
people are
not-
just like
Was a
teaching you to
bracelet,
sell
I think,
that
new
thing.
Balance, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. MLMs, they just they irritate the hell out of me. I've been involved in too many of them. That's why. Yeah, I just want to sell things for somebody else. Anyway, so horrible business ideas. Come up with an idea like the Willy Wonka gum, right? Where you can taste a whole 3-course meal in one piece of gum. Nah, that would be a horrible business idea, don't you think? You put in there, you have a spaghetti dinner, then you have a little salad after that, and then at the end you have some spumoni or something. It's like
Or the on Harry Potter they have the beans that they eat and have different flavors and weird ox and something like that.
that'd be
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
like
fun though.
earwax and
Yeah.
just nasty stuff.
Oh, did you try one?
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had one?
No.
It's the jelly beans. Seasonally, they'll put
Jelly
them out.
belly?
Yeah, but it's like it's 2 flavors. So it's
Yeah.
like they're both yellow. One's earwax flavor and
Oh,
one's
God.
lemon. And you don't know which one you're gonna get.
I don't like the fact that they came out with a freaking vomit flavored one.
Yeah.
Have you tasted that
That's
one?
what I'm talking about.
No, I
Is that
never
what you're
tasted
talking
it.
about?
But
That's what I'm talking
yeah.
about.
Oh man, it does. It does taste like that, and it's so gross.
Disgusting. Yeah.
Now that's not, and how that got past anybody at Jelly Belly or whoever invented that, it's gross, and it does kind of makes. I think my mouth is watering now. I'm about to like toss.
Oh,
my
you're getting
cookies.
excited?
Oh, wrong part.
Harry Potter jelly flavors. Okay.
Well, that's like a red flag to ignore. Like her mouth overly salivates all the time. She's always drooling.
Are we talking about red
You
flags again? Or what
you
do
You
you-
just
ignore.
got to ignore it. You would ignore it?
Oh yeah.
Unless she was my dog.
Just drooling all the time?
Oh, that actually, that is the first thing that you go like, I'm definitely ignoring that.
I used to have a girl that worked for me, and she used to lick her lips constantly. You would think that'd be something kind of hot.
And then noise.
She made it so unhot. It was
Unhot.
terrible, and plus her corners of her mouth dried out. It was like, oh my gosh, can you please go put on some, lip stuff?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, what do you got? Let's see.
Banana, black
Okay.
pepper,
No.
blueberry, booger,
Booger.
candy/floss, cherry, cinnamon, dirt, earthworm,
Dirt.
earwax, grass, green apple, lemon drop, marshmallow, rotten egg, Jesus Christ, sausage, soup, tutti frutti, vomit, and
No, soup.
watermelon.
Soap.
Oh, soap.
You pass soap?
I said soup.
Soup.
That is
It happens
that
to
is
all of us.
that is pretty much cigars, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why do they have those flavors in there? That's
So
stupid.
it's supposed to be like a game where you like set the beat. There's a good flavor and a bad flavor for colors, and you like set them out, and you go round by round, and randomly you pick one, and then
It's a game then.
you have to
Okay.
eat it without making a face, and they have to guess if you got the good one or the bad one. And when you take a big bite of vomit, and you're like, it's delicious,
Okay.
It's just a game. It's kind of fun.
Oh, you make it out of a game.
Bad business idea. Now, this would
Bad.
not be pitched.
That's a bad business.
That is a
idea.
bad decision. Lawn darts.
Oh my God.
Do you remember those?
No.
Lawn darts? You didn't have those as a kid? I mean, they came out after me, so, but.
No, they were banned long before I was born.
Oh, man. I had some. We had them. Lawn darts are these darts about yay long, and they have these metal tips with a point on them. And the objective was to do like I think it's like a tic-tac-toe kind of thing, but you fling them in the air and they go way up and then they come straight down into the ground.
Okay.
The problem is that you can toss them and and they just in your head. That's a problem. Or you look up, it's crazy. It's just darts. I mean, they're this big. And wherever they land, they land.
You can imagine.
Everybody has to run away.
Yeah. It's kind of like
people didn't.
They didn't. Kids, kids aren't very smart. You give them a toy like that, it's like, hey, here's a loaded gun. Here, don't hurt yourselves.
Yeah, unfortunately, you find out the hard way, and in some cases, it messes you up for life. Lawn darts of all things,
or death.
That's a bad business idea.
Yeah, see?
Very bad.
Yeah. So you had to, they had to take all that back and do away with it. Let's see, what else we got? I'm sure we have some other bad business ideas.
I mean,
chicken wing seasonings.
What? Did you say chicken wings?
Seasonings.
No, chicken seasoning. Chicken wing season. I'm gonna tell Joe Sabatello on you.
I'm just.
Joe,
that's why I said that. Hey Joe, we like you. This is just a shout out.
Got one for Gene. Got one for Joe. Who else do we need? No, bad business ideas. I kind of like this topic, but I think I need a little more homework on this because there's a ton of them. But I think if we were going to come up with a bad business idea, what would that be? Like on our own. That's a good question. If we're going to come up with a bad
set for fail. Is that
what's
the one?
That?
Setting up for fail.
Oh, setting up for fail.
Setting up for fail.
George, I'm still working here, buddy. I haven't had enough to drink, but I'm getting there. You and I will be on the same plane.
Our little networking event. It's a fun event. It's not a great business model.
Oh, you mean you lose money?
Yeah, we don't.
That's
make
a bad
money.
business idea.
We don't make anything.
We don't make money, and people are like, "You got to franchise these." I'm like, no, how
Do
I
you
got
say franchise this?
People are telling me. It's like,
you
no.
Here's a great business idea. Let's franchise a business that loses money every month.
They're pitching that to us. Like,
you can
no.
buy in, and we'll give you the Westlake territory. It's only gonna lose you about $1,000 a month.
Dude, I'm taking it to Westlake now. That's it. I'll set it up.
Buy in, and then when things are going really good.
So what? 20.
Do the second Friday of the month. Do the second Friday of the month. I'll be there.
I'll go for sure. Yeah.
I'll go as a guest. It's cheap.
You find a way to save money. Tell me.
It's cheap to go.
It is cheap. Well, Westlake got to go where the money is, right?
To me, that's the answer. What's a bad business idea? Is never, unless it's a meme as a joke, but it's never a bad idea. It's just not something that makes money.
That's true.
It serves a community. It serves people. It's a great thing, but the margins aren't there, and then it's just not a good business idea, and it's never going to happen.
Dude, I came up. I'll just from my own experience. This is a business idea I came up with that totally flopped, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad idea. And you tell me if you agree or not, George, because I really respect your opinion.
I like that
and your accent. The idea was this. I came up.
Mostly the accent.
Yeah, mostly the accent. The idea is this: is that I combined like Zoom and a Groupon kind of things together. Way back when I lived in Lago Vista, I came up with this idea. I called it "Our Community Wins." Right. So I would find a vendor like you guys. I'd say, "Hey guys, come on to a Zoom. You guys are going to be the highlighted company of this Zoom, of this group. And you guys are going to sit there, you're going to talk about your business. And when you're done, you're going to offer a Groupon-like deal to everybody that's viewing, everybody at home that signs in and watches you. Part of your profit would also support one of the local schools or nonprofits in our community. So you being part of our community, now you get to present on your own to an audience, an unlimited audience in our community, And then you would give a deal so they would win. The customer wins, you win, and now the nonprofit wins as well. So that was the
win,
whole...
win.
That's
the
exactly
concept.
what my slogan was. Community, community wins. And win. It's a win-win-win thing. And when I thought, that couldn't fail. But you know what? I couldn't get businesses to talk about themselves online, on a screen like this. They would freak out. They would be like, oh, I can't do that.
You were just ahead of your time.
I was, wasn't I? Okay, I guess I need to start that
You
now.
needed a website or event. It just opens up with DJ Khaled. It's like, all I do is win.
See?
No matter what.
Okay, well, now I have it. Now, see, maybe it's not an idea.
Well,
that
now
would work.
he's pitching you a bad business idea.
He's like, I already know it failed, but you're making it sound so good.
I know it sounds so good. I want to start this business
I want to
now.
try it again.
Not biased at all, right? With the idea.
No.
Yeah.
It was a good concept. But now Dylan has repackaged it for me.
Yeah.
And all I want to do now is win.
Do you know what I see,
no
man?
matter
I
what.
see a man in love with an idea,
Oh, yeah.
and you are not looking
I'm
at the
really
red
glad
flags.
I-
Not looking at the red flags.
You're ignoring all the red
All the
flags.
red flags.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
You see, show don't tell. We just had a show
But
don't
she's
tell.
so pretty. She's
I
so
know.
pretty.
Oh my God, it's
I
worth
know,
One night,
she's
one
fun
night.
to talk
until
to.
you realize it's not worth it anymore.
Ah.
Then you're
Hey,
lost.
She's seeing someone
Dude.
else, Charles. She's
Dude.
seeing someone
Well,
else.
actually, I think she's just single out there. I think she's a cat lady now.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
your problem. You
You
can't
know-
think that way.
I don't want her back. I don't want her.
There you go.
I'm done
That's
with
my guy. He said, I'm the catch.
I'm the cat.
In the right condition, right cause, maybe I'll take you back. You're giving him.
Oh, man. All right. I can change her. Okay, I can change her. I can make it work.
Can you? Can you?
Yeah, I can.
Walk me through the process. Step one.
Step one is to recognize you have a problem.
You have a problem. All right.
Yeah.
So, big mistake. Don't move her in with you too quick. Let her live on her own for a little.
She can't bring the U-Haul after the first date?
I wouldn't recommend.
Okay. All right.
Red flag.
But what if you ignore the red flag?
Yeah, red flag. She
Okay.
shows up with a U-Haul after the first date. She's crazy, but I don't know if I should ignore it.
All your family is saying that she's trouble. Yeah, that's not a red flag, man.
She arrived on a U-Haul
Yeah.
It's
wearing
us against
bikinis.
the world.
Bikini?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it depends.
And then do
That
you
may or may
ignore?
not be a good thing. I'm just saying.
Do you ignore the red flag?
This apartment's awfully
Putting
lonely
the
by
sugar
myself.
on
That's true. Yeah.
All 600 square feet. It's too big all by myself, you know. She's here. She has all her stuff with her.
Yeah. She's already made friends with my neighbor.
Yes.
You see red flags all over.
She's doing my
Still,
laundry
the
now.
reward is better, man.
I'm going to assume she's unemployed too, right?
Yeah, but
Okay, but
I have her on her small allowance. She does the laundry. She's doing dishes. She keeps the 600 square feet clean.
well, that's some green flagging right there, buddy.
I pay her $500 a month to do all of that. And she just has to pay me $1,000 a month in rent. So where she comes up with the difference, I don't know.
I mean, she working the pole? What are you talking about?
Just walking the back of the trailer.
I do offer coupons. I offer discounts.
Oh my God.
What is
Yeah, I know. You get him on a path of jelly beans, and this is where he ends up.
Exactly.
Okay.
There are chores and activities you could do to cut down on the rent, yes.
chores.
Yeah.
Chores. So you pay her $500 a month to do chores, and then you say you got more chores
Now
that
you
you could do.
if you want to earn that bonus, baby.
Oh no.
I won't call that a chore, Dylan.
Oh, she
Is
does.
this a business idea?
Oh, yeah. Are we talking about the business or?
I
You
would-
will next month.
This is a terrible business idea.
Thank you. There you go.
Did we go back to the red flags?
Yeah, we're all there.
That's my
I think
business
the
idea.
podcast is going to be red flags.
Okay, business idea. We go and we find honest, hardworking women working on the streets.
Why does it always have to be about women?
Because we are men.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying they're honest.
He agreed. He agreed on his spot.
It's like, oh, all right. They're honest. They're hardworking. We pick them up. We bring them here, and we reform them, and we train them.
Come on, what are we driving, a white van with no windows? What are you talking about?
It could be Sprinter van. You know.
Sprinter van. Oh my God. What do you mean? We're not on the streets picking up just random women. What's the matter with you?
We may or may not cross a state line. It doesn't matter.
This
You're
episode is
going
to be taken.
Semantics.
It's going to be taken off air.
I was going to say right there. That's it. That killed it. TikTok is pulling us right now.
We go meet our buddy Speedy Gonzalez,
Yeah.
and he's gonna pay us for our time, not for the girls,
Not for the girls,
time,
for our
because they're gonna
time.
make a connection. They're working on their own business endeavor.
Oh, it's networking.
And
Is that
he's
what you
fast.
said?
Networking.
And he's
He gets in
fast.
there fast. Good or bad business idea that we could totally pitch this to somebody.
I think it's absolutely probably the worst I've heard so far.
Okay.
Bad things.
You know what the worst part is? Somebody would buy it.
No,
Somebody would
I thought you were saying somebody right now
Wow.
is doing that.
It's
Never
happening
thought
right
about it.
It's
You have
happening
comments
right
there.
now.
You have
That's-
comments. No, it's not online.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, what else we got? Bad
Yeah,
ideas.
Bad business idea. Truly, like not a funny one. Just like go try to start a burger business or like a barbecue brisket business right now. This market is so saturated.
Yeah.
You could be great at it. I think that's a bad idea because it's very difficult. So you'd have to be like Michelin star.
Restaurants.
It's a tough business, restaurants.
Yeah.
Is it?
Restaurants is
It is.
normally a very tough business.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I would say it's tough to get, a line, but location. So many food trucks.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's an
Yeah.
ambitious line of work.
it is. It's an expensive
A
line.
lot of work too.
I think
Yeah.
it's more passion than desire to make money.
Agreed. Yeah. You know.
Everything that's worth a damn should start off that way. You know?
Yeah. I would agree.
Not always the case, but
Okay,
it should be that way.
Conventional businesses that we believe it's a bad idea, nowadays.
Yeah.
Like restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Burger, something like that.
It's coming back around, but like movie theaters,
They're coming back around. Yeah.
for a while, that was a real bad business idea. But
Yeah. They went through a
it
hard
is
time.
starting to come back around.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were showing like sports events and live sports events and
Yeah.
stuff. So to get people in. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And we know a guy, Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, GM for Galaxy Theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Richard at Galaxy Theaters. There you go.
Shout out.
There's another one. All right. Richard Doms. I think that's how you say it. I don't know.
He's a good dude. I mean,
He's
I
a
have
good dude.
I never had a one-to-one with him yet, but
You need to.
He'll
And is
get your accent. He'll understand.
Does it?
Yeah, no, like
I know it's hard. I know it's hard.
okay, teaching English to Texans.
Oh, that'd be a good one, actually. They could use that. Some bitch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You go to the East Coast, you can't use the word-
George is the teacher.
Oh,
I'm teaching him right now.
like George, lesson one.
I will say though, we say howdy y'all, which works with any pronoun. We were ahead of our time on that.
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy y'all.
how do you?
Yeah.
That works for
I like how he says it.
women, men, anything in between. Because it's just
In
Y'all.
Australia, they say howdy.
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, the
Yeah.
Australia, howdy.
howdy,
How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy, Rowdy.
Yeah.
howdy rowdy game.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we call him Rowdy. I think it'd be a good name for him.
Fat
don't you
kid.
think so?
Howdy.
Yeah,
Everyone's
Rowdy.
on that Bobby.
Like
Okay,
Rowdy.
I'm
Rowdy
not
gang.
Speedy Gonzalez anymore. I'm
Yeah,
Howdy.
No, you can be Howdy. He can be Rowdy. Howdy and Rowdy.
How are you? Not really. Right now.
George could be Rowdy. Yeah, I think
Could
it's a
be.
good one. I think it's a good one.
So what are the business that these days is really tough to make money?
Tough to
All of
make
them.
money.
No. No, I don't think it. I think that, when you got something that everybody needs, right? And let me just be clear. Genuine Automotive and Diesel. Shout out.
Dwayne, shout out to Dwayne.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Dwayne
we
Saunders.
got
Yeah.
what you need.
Yeah. And we do. We do. Everybody drives a car, right? Everybody needs a mechanic, right? Right. And if you have a house, you need floors,
Correct.
right? So we're kind of low hanging fruit when it comes to things. But when it comes to the luxury items, like food, like going out to eat, right? That wouldn't you consider that a luxury? The grocery stores are going to be okay because everybody needs groceries. Everybody needs to eat.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. But then, does everybody need to go out and buy pizza or steak or lobster, these kinds of things? No, those are luxuries. Kind of like cigars. Cigars might be a harder thing, too, to sell. Right.
So specialty businesses, super niche businesses which struggle.
These days, magazine.
Magazine what?
Advertise in magazine.
Local neighborhood magazine.
You're not telling me to advertise in one, are you? Is that
No,
what
I'm
you're
saying
saying? Are
it's
you
a bad
advocating?
business.
I think
It's
it's a
always
bad.
been a bad business.
It's a bad business.
It's always been a bad business.
No, before, like, let's say 20 years ago, that's all you'd have is either radio, TV, or magazines.
Right.
And then now, if you advertise in magazines, you get nothing from
You
it.
see that little calendar over there with the little dog on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
That's a bad also.
it's good. Do you use it?
No.
Okay. Did you even know it was there?
No.
You put it there.
You bought it.
And
You
then
bought
it
it,
just,
though.
right. And then it just died there.
Someone just gave it to us.
I know who gave
I
it
know.
to you.
I know who gave it to me.
Shout out. We're not saying your name. All right.
But
Well,
shout
but
out.
yeah, this is something just to put on your fridge and stuff. Yeah.
No, dude, but I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think that's why trades are coming up so big.
But they
these
don't
days.
sell that. This is a giveaway.
No,
but,
I
yeah.
know. But
I don't
still.
think this is the answer to the question because your question's like, what's a business where it's hard to make money? But I think what would struggle is stuff that's like bespoke, like making bespoke suits, there's like boot
bespoke.
alteration where they like do boot repair, like things like that are real niche and just
The prices of a new, it's so.
you'll just go buy a new
cheap.
pair, yeah. Depending on what it is. Discount electronic repair things is the same thing. You'll get business, but it's people going in there because they don't want to spend $200 on something else.
Oh,
So-
going to something that Charles knows a lot. Events photography.
Yeah.
It's difficult because everybody, just, somebody with a cell phone.
Right. It's a service. Right. It diminishes the value of the product that you deliver at the end of the day because you have to know the difference between quality and just good enough. Right.
Mhm.
And with photography, we struggle with that for years, for decades. And that's why it was important to become one. You have to become a craftsman so that you would know how to do what you with a camera, with lighting and everything else. And then after that, you become an artist.
Yeah.
And and that way you have the vision for whatever you're about to photograph, as opposed to just taking a picture.
Someone getting into it right now,
Yeah.
that is a huge ladder to climb.
It can be. It can be. I think like any business, as long as you niche down in something like that, like with photography, I think we talked about this last time. There's so many niches to photography
Yeah.
that you can choose a lane or two or three. You don't have to be that. Oh, I can do anything. I can do anything. I can shoot this. I can do concert photography. I can do weddings. I can do babies. I can do family
Headshots,
reunions, headshots,
food.
corporate food, all of this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when you do that, you just kind of dilute your brand because then people don't know when to call you, right? And then they compare you. You're not really comparing apples to apples. It's apples to oranges when it comes to that.
Get specific and do really well at that. But a lot of people
Specialists.
nowadays are like, they don't value iPhones take really good pictures.
They do.
But
They take good enough pictures.
they do take good, and so
And
that's
they're
what I think.
convenient.
So how good they have become, I think
Yeah.
the same thing has also hit the camera industry.
Yeah.
Those have gotten better too,
Right.
to the point where the pricing's more affordable. Like the entry level price is giving you a much better camera than it used to give you.
Right.
And then maybe you don't have to lug around as much equipment because the camera does some things.
So how many images from your phone right now do you have framed and hanging on your wall?
I don't know, 4 at the most. I don't know, not a lot.
We probably have about 15 to 20 in my
Do
house.
you?
But yeah.
Okay.
None.
None. All right.
Except,
like-
yeah,
pictures we've taken on vacation that I noticed from my phone.
I have it in my Polaroid though.
There you go. All right, love it, love it.
50,
So-
60.
So
but it's not a professional photography, right?
But
Right.
that's what he's trying to say, you know.
Right.
Like when you mix art and the service, would you take pictures of your wedding only with an iPhone?
Your cell phone.
Look, with a professional, even a professional goes there, you wouldn't do that. So there are certain services that
Yeah.
the thing is, how big is the scale for that? You know,
Yeah.
what is the scale for that? That's my. I don't want to go.
Yeah, what's
serious.
the demand? I think the occasion calls for what you're gonna do. You know,
Yeah.
if I'm traveling and I'm not a photographer, maybe I don't want to invest in a really nice camera just to take pictures of London because I'm on vacation. But I will take pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
You know, but for my wedding, I want professionally done
Right.
pictures.
I
A
think
headshot, you'd want.
I think when it
professional.
comes to quantity, you always want to use your phone. Like when you're traveling, the lighter camera, it's convenient. You want to take a ton of pictures, and it does a great job. So why
Yeah.
not use that? I'm not against using a cell phone for something like that or an iPhone because I do think they do a great job. But at the same time, when you need that frameable image that you want to put up there that captures the moment in time and you want some creativity behind it, then you're going to hire a photographer to do that.
Right.
Like headshots are very hard to do, like the AI thing we talked about too. The AI doesn't really look like you. It resembles you. That's different than what you're doing with a professional headshot taken by any photographer out there. Is you want it to look like you, but you want it to look like the best version of you and not be a resemblance of you.
But that's the people. Forgive me out there if I'm talking about you, but the people that do the AI is like, I want to not invest any money because you go
It's
get
true.
free AI pictures.
True.
They are good enough sometimes. Sometimes they're kind of bad. Sometimes they're good enough, and it's whatever. But people, it's what I say. It's like you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like
They
maybe
look for
you-
enhancements.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
if
other
you
thing.
if you have a dream and it's your business, like spend $100 and do the freaking headshot. You know?
Yeah, agreed.
I know people. I've got family members that own a successful business that could totally afford headshots, and they just do the AI ones because
Yeah. They're cheap.
they're not super customer facing. They're cheap. They make plenty of money. They don't have to be cheap, but they
Yeah.
just are. They
Yeah,
choose.
yeah.
They choose to be.
Yeah.
And some people just see the value in things, and some people don't.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And you hit the nail on the head. People see the value. When people see the value, they're willing to pay. They often say, we can't afford that, but you actually can. Like if you want
Yeah.
something, you'll figure out how to pay for it.
Mhm.
Like if you want a new car, but you can't, you're living in an apartment, right? You want a house, but then again, that new car, how do I afford that? Well, guess what? Somehow you figure it out.
Yeah, you find a way.
Exactly. And that's the way it is with photography too. With professional photography, no matter what niche or lane it's in, people will figure out how to pay it as long as the value to them is there.
Yep.
If it's not, then they're not. They're going to figure out the cheapest way to do it because we all do that. We all try to find different ways to sidestep, right?
Mhm.
Like even with automotive repair, what are people doing? They're going to YouTube. They're looking for mobile mechanics to save money. But for the convenience,
Maybe I'll
Mechanics?
change my own oil. You know,
they do that too. They do that all the time. I see TikToks all the time about these women that are very proud of themselves because they
independent.
change the oil. Right, independent. They're confident. It's a great thing. But at the same time, in that time lapse video, how much time did they actually spend going back and forth to the store? How much time when something went wrong did they have to go back and research it? All that gets blocked out. So like
that's one of those things where it's a matter of your time. Would you rather pay and take it, or do you want to spend the hour and a half, whatever, to do it, knowing that you don't? Someone who does it all the time, maybe they do it in 20 minutes. It's going to take you an hour and a half.
I'd rather pay. Yeah. What's up, buddy?
Would that be taken? That picture over there, next floor. Yes. Would that be taken by a cell phone or
No.
No, right?
No.
Those
You
are
gotta have
probably
the detail.
AI, dude.
Yeah. No. Shut up. No, it's not. It's not AI. No, that is that's an actual professional image, right? These. Oh, is it? Unless you took these.
Yeah, these is like
Are these AI? Did they drop the furniture?
They
in there?
drop it in.
they
Okay.
drop
Or they
they
drop the flooring in.
they do like a flooring. They lay. I know
Yeah.
because at the factory we do that.
Yeah.
So you lay four or
Kinda like
five
a green
boxes.
screen
Yeah.
of a flooring.
Four or
Yeah.
5 boxes, and
Yeah.
then you take a picture,
Yeah.
and then you create any room out of those pictures. Just drop the things on it.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's like
It's edited. It's edited.
pictures were taken, but it's like CGI type of like things were
Right.
dropped and
Right, I
edited
get
for
that.
sure.
Yeah.
CGI is
Yeah,
really
so I like-
extra.
Yeah.
Like all the furniture on those pictures are not there.
Right.
The
They're
photos are
dropped in.
taken, and then you just drop the
So
furniture
computer
in. After.
generated.
Yes.
Yeah.
So probably if you get close to that, you will notice, but that's not the point. The point is just the image.
No, they did a good
itself.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
There's
yeah.
something like that that works. Perfect.
Someone
The one
took that
behind 'em.
picture of the redwoods.
Yeah, they did. They did.
That's the type of photography that I'm into, is like landscape photography.
Yeah.
When I got into painting in college for fun, that's all I ever got into, was just
Landscapes?
landscape. Yeah, because it's just different, but the same. Like, you can draw the same mountain a million different ways.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just fun to
You
do.
get happy little trees and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Photography is similar. It's just like perspective. Like, you can
That's 100% what it is.
wide lens, macro,
can-
get into stuff.
Bingo.
So
There is
that's-
one-
That's
one-
what makes it interesting to me.
Yeah.
There's another thing that, for example, mechanics and whatnot, and car salespeople. It's all like people are afraid to take their cars to mechanic. People are afraid to go and shop for cars because
Yeah.
they always think they're being taken advantage of.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That is such a hard business, even though
Controversial,
they still have to exist because it's essential,
Right.
right?
Right.
But it's so the transparency. It's very important, those kind of businesses, because
Correct.
everybody goes like, I'm being taken advantage of right now,
Yeah.
every single time, isn't it?
I think people feel that way too with renovation. Like when you bring
Renovation,
someone
yeah.
in to quote for renovation, I want to redo my kitchen. The first quote you get, you're always thinking, is that really the price of this? And then you get 5 more and you go, oh, fuck, this is just
With the
expensive.
first one, yeah.
I was
the first
talking
one was
to
actually
Roy
pretty
the
good.
other day, and he was telling me
Encourage.
how somebody argued with him because they had put in his pricing or put in the job into chat and came back with a different price than what he had, And so, yeah,
With GPT?
yeah, they priced him out, and so they for lack of a better term, they argued, because he's like, well, this is our estimate, this is our price for what we're going to do. And then a person's like, well, I just put all this in my chat and it came back with this, and that you're charging too much.
Okay.
Like-
Well, give ChatGPT the business.
That's what he said.
That's
It's
what I
wrong
would say.
answer, but yeah, that's what he said.
That's a good price. Sign with them. Let them do the job.
Right. Wrong answer, but yes, that's what we want to say.
I would have
That's
wanted
not
to
what
say
we
the
should
same thing.
say. Right. I'm agreement with you.
Yeah,
And
on
of
that
course you want to say
on that note, like plumbing, is a licensed business. It's the same thing. People always think, oh, this is too much,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is like when with things like that, I'm always willing to pay. Right. I think what a fair deal is, I think I'm gonna get a fair deal. The only thing that really scares me about when it comes to like renovations and things like that, it's when they take that 50% deposit, right? They're always, thanks, sir. They always talk about, hey, okay, yeah, the job's gonna be this. Oh, that sounds like a great price. Okay, if you could just hand me half down now, so I can go get supplies, materials, right? And then like that, and then that's when you don't see them again,
Yeah.
right?
Because they're not
They go
dealing
ship.
with a company, they're dealing with a guy in a truck or something like that. Yeah.
Typically so, right? But they get the best price. They get the guy comes in, he sells them,
Run
and
away.
everything else.
Yeah,
And
fly
then
by
boom.
night.
Now, and that's exactly what we contend with too, So that's what I'm saying is that's why people are scared. They don't want to be taken advantage of because somebody in their family or themselves, they got taken advantage of.
Haven't been taken advantage
they've been
of.
burned.
Yes.
They've been burned.
And some people straight up do not have the money. They get a quote to do something and they just think that's gotta be, I'm getting ripped off. There's no way. I don't have that, And then you go around and you get bids and then you realize that's what it costs. I see this happen all the time with flooring.
Yeah.
People come in and they think it's just one room. It's going to be $500. So when I send them something that's $2,500, they're like, what? I'm like,
Right.
all the things that go into
Yeah.
replacing your flooring is not anything I guess you ever thought about, but that's why we itemize it all so you can see it. And we don't do 50% down because of that either. I take the time to itemize. So if I'm coming to your house, I'm going to replace the flooring, you're going to have 15 plus line items with the material, the glue, the trim, the everything. I'm going to remove the carpet. I'm going to remove the tile. You're going to see it all.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna. So you can add it up yourself, or we're gonna take the material, the tax, and the freight. All the labor's due when we're done, but you're just paying material up front. That's the same if you go to Home Depot, Floor & Decor. Anywhere you go to buy something, you're gonna pay. Whether you use a credit card or cash, it's your business.
Right.
But you're gonna pay for the material
Right.
wherever you go. So I just started switching to that, and I found that the quality of customers has been a little better because people that understand that understand the value of product a little bit rather than I want to come in and put 20% down and pay the rest later. At the end of the day, you're going to pay it all. So
Right, because you're taking all the risk with that, but at the same time, I think something that's really important is the service aspect of it. When you explain things to people, which Hilton does, and he talks about the way that he sells, which is similar to how Dwayne sells at Genuine Automotive and Diesel, shout out, is that is that it's about the relationship that you build prior. When you're having that conversation with somebody and you're educating them, and you can bring up all the stories that you've had over the years, it builds instant credibility, right? Versus somebody who's like, oh, yeah, I can do that. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Here, let me get you a price on that. And then when it's too high, you go, oh, yeah, I can take, if you sign with me today, I'll take 10% or 15% off right now, and we'll get the job done. If you just sign right here, we're good to go. That's all transactional, right?
But also, that would only happen, on that situation, the example, it's somebody that has not got like a brick and mortar store or something.
Right.
Because they go, no, I'm going to go and buy materials and then they run away with the money, right?
Right.
So that happens. And when you have a location, even though it still could happen, somebody could just disappear from the night to the morning.
Credibility.
It's not them. Like, I'm not talking about in this particular scenario. I'm not talking about a business that's going to take advantage. I'm saying that like the sales style is different, and that's what I think makes the difference. And that's really what separates when you move from a commodity to a service. Your commodity is your flooring, is the product that you sell, right? And when people are like not comparing flooring, they're comparing service.
Yeah.
So with you guys, we get Dylan and Hilton, right? Versus another flooring company, which might be a good flooring company, but they're not getting you two. They're not getting the experience, the conversation,
the education,
the trust, the education, all of that. Because everybody, I think when we're going to be spending big money, we want guidance, don't we? Mm-hmm. Especially when you're not in your industry, right? Like we're in here and we're like talking floors. You guys are going to school me all day and twice on Sunday. But at the same time, if you are becoming my customer, which you are, hopefully we're educating you as well about the needs of your vehicle, and it doesn't feel like you're being sold to or told.
And the maintenance, and it's like, hey, we recommend these for the future, whatnot. Right. Yes.
Yeah. So you see, you develop a relationship, and that way the cars keep coming back.
Yeah.
And people keep coming back, and they refer you to other people for their flooring needs because they said, I work with these guys. They know what the hell they're doing.
I've always thought that that's the most important part, is creating the relationship with people. And the more you explain on the front end, I think the easier it is on the back end when people have a full understanding of what to expect. And then, hey, I'm not going to be the cheapest in town. I'm not going to be the most expensive. Most of the time, my feedback I get from customers is we're in the middle, but low middle. And so I like to give you an opportunity. Go out, get some other bids. That's a big purchase. You definitely don't have to just get a bid from me, but go out, get some other ones, but come back to me because I want to spend a lot of time educating you, Yeah. But I don't want my numbers and everything. Like that's not it. You can come back and we can talk about it. And we will offer price matching. And our idea is you liked us so much that you'll come back, and if we can match someone else's price, then we should get your business every time, unless we're doing something wrong. Or
that's interesting.
It's contingent on another sale and it didn't happen.
And most of the times they send us whatever quote that they have, and it's not itemized like ours, but it's beating our price.
Yeah.
And then, send their quote to us. And it's like, okay, so he did not add this line item. He did not add this. He did not add that. So my quote has all of those. So what if you add this, amount of dollars here to their quote? Are they cheaper than us? And then every single time they're not.
Right.
Because they are hiding some things like, oh, this can only be assessed at a time.
Transparency is important.
Yeah. So, and we are more transparent on that regard. But yeah.
100%.
Shout out to us.
Shout out to Battery Force.
I know that sounds, but that's
He'll
on it
kill.
every single
step
time.
on it,
That's what happens.
He does it.
He does it.
No, we do it.
We do it.
They
Yeah,
do
see.
it. We do it.
Yeah, got to lower your voice.
Is that a wrap? Is that a
They
wrap?
do it.
We
Got to
do
be
it.
a rap.
Is that a wrap?
Yeah.
Okay, look at you guys. Look at the time. How'd it fly by?
We
We were just
we
getting
had
warm-
fun
we were just
tonight.
getting warmed up.
We had fun tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Comment,
Subscribe.
like,
Okay.
and subscribe.
Someone said like, subscribe, comment, share.
Alexa, subscribe to Puff Drink Talk on YouTube.
Yeah. And don't be a Karen or a Ken.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.